It's such a good surface, too.
Standing here today. Many of you know that rollerblading, skateboarding, and all the body surfing all began here in Venice Beach. When I first came here in the 70s, there were people out there on these things that were made out of whatever, and people were running all over the place on their skateboards. They were also rollerblading, and they were also listening to Swami X Swami. Swami started on the beach in 1971, and in Berkeley in 69, then UCLA after that, where he bonded with the mayor, who's going to be showing up too in a few minutes. And then he came here to the beach, and he watched, Swami X did, the skateboarding just continue and continue to the point where finally on Venice Beach, there is now a skateboard park. Power to the people is right. So let me read you a few scripted words for the record. The first skateboarders hit the streets and started what was called sidewalk surfing, with wooden boxes or boards with roller skate wheels attached to the bottom for those days when the waves weren't good enough for surfing. Well, it wasn't until the 70s that skateboards made a huge evolutionary step, as wheels made from polyethylene improved traction and performance enormously, and the popularity of skateboarding started to explode. We got the mayor on the phone. Are you coming, Mayor? All right, great. We're waiting for you. We're looking forward to you. When you come in, the crowds will move aside and they'll let you right in, Mayor. See you soon.
We love the mayor.
By the way, that was Tom LaBonge who took the call. Say hello to Tom LaBonge, the 4th District. One of the best council members in the city. We went out of the photo op. As equipment became more maneuverable and the deck started to get wider, skateboarders were able to have even more control and more opportunities to take bigger risks, and just like we will soon see in this incredible park. Well, there weren't too many skate parks back in those days. In fact, the city of Los Angeles, with the completion of this, will be the 11th skateboard park, the first one in the coastal district. Which, by the way, we have a second one that's going to be constructed in Stoner Park. It'll be the biggest and the most beautiful skateboard park in the world over at Stoner Park, and that will be broken ground in March, and it will be up and running by the end of next year. And there's another one going to happen over there at Mar Vista Park. So we're going to have 3 of them here in the 11th district. But this one is the iconic start. This is where it all began, and this is where we're going to start today to celebrate some of the big heroes, some of the guys that did it. Anybody remember the Z-Boys? Over here, right in between the rows, so people can see them. Come on, Z-Boys.
I don't want to mess up. Right here we have Mr. Nathan Pratt.
Nathan Pratt.
Chris Dawson. Jeff Ho. Greg Stesic. Alan Sarlo. Mr. Skip, Skippy Wood, Mr. Bob Biddy, My name's Joe, a.k.a. Shmo Ayala. Marcus Dennis is somewhere too. Where's Jesse Martinez? Where's Jesse Martinez at?
Come on, Jesse.
Come on, Jesse, where are you?
These are the guys that created the energy in the planet, and these are the gentlemen that are standing here today. Their children, of course, are going to be skateboarding, and some of them will be skateboarding as well. Here's one. This is your son. Hey, James, looking forward to it.
I had a question. They asked me if they can all sit down now.
Yeah, please. Okay, all right, look. We have a whole program and we're going to start moving quickly. But one more introduction I want to do before everybody else speaks is this young man standing, he's sitting here, Adam Scott Hamilton. Stand up for a second, Adam. Let me tell you about Adam real quick. Adam has lived at my home for many years, and when he was 9, 10, and 11, he started skateboarding all over the place. And then he began with his friends, Michael and others, to build ramps and all kinds of things right on my street, Wasatch. Well, the neighbors didn't like it too much, but the kids had no place to go to skateboard. Made no sense to me. So one of the first things I said to myself when I got elected to this job, why don't we have any skateboard parks here? Why don't we have one on the beach? I found that one was in the process of happening, and I want to thank Ruth Galanter right there who started the process. You know, if one stays focused long enough and makes a commitment, you can make things happen, and so we now have it here. But I wanted to shout out Miss Ruth. I want to thank Beaches and Harbors for being here today. Now, let's start with the program, the official program. We're going to do the presentation of colors. Can we have the presentation of colors right behind? Gentlemen, come marching in. March Air Force Base. Come on, here they come. Here comes turning of the colors. Let's go, gentlemen. Here they go. Turn around, folks. Heads off. Salute to our great nation. Everybody, take your hands off.
Telling skaters, take their hats off. That's kind of funny.
See Anton up there?
Everybody, good to see you. Come marching along the state of California, the great United States of America. God bless America!
Everyone takes their hat
Now what we'd like to do is begin with the Star Spangled Banner. That was the Venice, by the way, the group that put that together, the honor guard. So let's get the Star Spangled Banner going.